My autistic brother attacked my mother because she hit him. My autistic stepbrother, Austin, is 26 years old and has a high level of autism. I consider him my brother. We've been family for 8 years, since I was 15 and he was 18. He hardly speaks, and if he does, it's in a very soft voice. He likes to cut paper or anything he can cut with scissors. It calms him down. His father, my stepfather, is very protective of him. When he sees him with scissors, he immediately stays with him until he's finished. Something I like about Austin is that when I go for a run, he follows me. We both stay in shape together. He waits by the door every morning with his shoes already on. But my mom seems to have something against Austin. She tries to be friendly in front of my stepfather, but I've seen how she acts when he's not around. She sighs when Austin does his cutting routine. She moves his things without asking. She talks about him like he's not in the room. I think she didn't expect his father to bring him into the family when they got married. Austin's biological mother was a woman who beat him when his father was at work. My stepfather didn't know for years. Austin couldn't tell him. He didn't have the words. By the time my stepfather found out, Austin had cigarette burns on his arms and a fractured wrist that had healed wrong. His father immediately separated from her and sought full custody. That was 10 years ago. Because of what happened to him, Austin has a trauma response when someone is physically aggressive toward him. His therapist explained this to all of us when my stepfather and my mom first got together. She said Austin might react defensively if he feels threatened. She said we needed to be calm around him, never raise our voices, never make sudden aggressive movements. My mom said she understood. Over the years, I've seen her lose her temper around Austin. 2 years ago, she knocked over one of his organized stacks of paper because she was vacuuming and it was in the way. Austin had a meltdown that lasted 3 hours. Last year, she yelled at him for leaving scissors on the counter. Austin shut down completely and didn't speak for 2 days. My stepfather talked to her both times. He explained how Austin's brain works. She said she'd be more careful, but she wasn't. Yesterday, it finally escalated. Austin had left a book on the kitchen table. Not his book, my mom's book. He'd been looking at the pictures in it earlier that morning. My stepfather told him to put it back, but Austin got distracted and forgot. My mom came into the kitchen in a bad mood. She'd had a rough day at work. She saw the book on the table and completely lost it. She started yelling at Austin about how he always touches her things and never listens. Austin was standing near the sink, holding his scissors and a piece of paper. He wasn't doing anything wrong. My mom picked up the book and threw it at him. It hit him in the shoulder. That's when something in Austin snapped. He dropped the scissors. His face changed. I've never seen him look like that. He went after her. He pushed her hard against the counter. She fell. Then he slapped her. My stepfather and I were in the living room. We heard the crash and ran in. My stepfather immediately got between them. He pulled Austin back and held him. Austin was shaking and making the sound I'd never heard before. Not crying. Something else. A sound of pure fear. My mom was on the floor yelling that Austin was crazy and violent and dangerous. My stepfather told her to stop. His voice was cold. He said, "You threw something at my son. You know what happened to him. You know what that does to him. This is on you." She got up and said she's going to sue Austin, that he assaulted her, that she's calling the police. My stepfather looked at her and said, "If you do that, I'm leaving you. I will divorce you, and you will never see me or my son again. You knew his history. You were warned, and you hit him anyway." She didn't call the police, but she's been locked in her bedroom since yesterday. She's texting her friends that Austin is dangerous and that my stepfather is choosing his son over her. My stepfather is sleeping in Austin's room. Austin hasn't cut any paper since it happened. He just sits on his bed staring at the wall. Austin won't look at me. I think he's ashamed. I keep telling him it's not his fault. My mom came out this morning and told me I need to take her side because she's my real mother. I told her I can't. I told her she hit him first. She started crying and said, "I don't understand what it's like living with someone like Austin." I said, "You don't understand what it's like being someone like Austin." My stepfather is still in Austin's room. My mom is still in hers.